Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to another episode of Pan the Organizer. We're doing a cool experiment today of high pH snow foams versus pH neutral snow foams. So we're going to be using my own vehicle, my Porsche 911 Turbo S. We're still in the middle of winter here, so as I'm filming this, we are mid-March, so March 17 today. And so, yeah, still a bunch of snow, and the vehicle is, well, quite dirty. It's the perfect candidate. It's not full of mud, because obviously, well, snow foams won't do much against mud. You need to pre-rinse first. But this is the appropriate level amount of dirt. And what we're going to be doing is comparing the cleaning power of a higher pH snow foam versus a pH neutral snow foam. So, by the way, I'll leave all the links to all the tools, products, and equipment in the description under the video for you guys to check them out. So all you have to do is sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. So for those who are new to the channel, what a snow foam is a product like a shampoo that you're going to be putting in a foam cannon, and with your pressure washer, you blanket the entire vehicle with that snow foam, and there are generally two categories. So some with a higher pH, like this Built Hamber Touchless. This is a pH 12. So this one here is a sugar-based snow foam pre-wash. So it has no caustics inside it, is biodegradable, environmentally friendly. They also have the Built Hamber Auto Foam. So this one here is a pH 13. So again, this is on the alkaline side. Built Hamber usually recommends for the winter months the touchless snow foam. So this is what I'll be using today. And for the rest of the year, you can use the Auto Foam. There are also other high pH good snow foams out there like CarPro Lift. I've tested these in a previous video talking about do snow foams actually work, so I highly encourage you to check that out. I'll leave a link to that video in the description if you're curious. But then, so these higher pH snow foams have more cleaning capabilities. So to remove grime, road salts, traffic film, all that greasy stuff, these actually cling onto the surface and will help to really clean it. So not 100% clean, you're still going to need to follow up with a contact wash. So don't forget, the pre-wash with a snow foam is just for the, again, pre-wash stage, meaning this is in an effort to help lift and encapsulate any loose dirt and debris and to help you rinse that off before your contact wash, always in an effort to minimize the scratches and swirls on your paintwork. Now, the other category are the pH neutral snow foams, like this one here, one of my favorite ones. This is Koshemi GSF, for gentle snow foam. This is a pH 7.5, so pH neutral. Whatever is close to 7 is neutral enough. And you get another one that's very popular, the Adams Polishes Mega Foam. This one too is a pH neutral soap. So what these guys do, they're not meant really to clean the surface, but these are more to add lubrication on your surface while you're doing your contact wash as well. Again, to minimize the chances of swirls and scratches, because the majority of the swirls and scratches happen during your contact wash phase. So when you're hand washing the vehicle and when you're hand drying your vehicle with a microfiber drying towel. So the more lubrication on the surface, the better. That's going to act as a buffer between your wash media and of course the paintwork. And again, it's going to minimize the chances of swirls and scratches. So what I'm going to do is we're going to have in one foam cannon, I mixed this Built Hamber Touchless in a 4% PIR, so panel impact ratio. Basically, whatever comes out of the snow foam when it impacts your paintwork, that is the impact ratio. So it's a bit more complicated with the Built Hamber, as you need to follow the instructions, because the dilution ratio really depends on your foam cannon, which type of foam cannon you have, and also what pressure washer you have. So in my case, I have a Krenzla 1122 TST pressure washer, known as the 1152 in Europe, 2.1 gallons per minute of water output. And the foam cannon I'm using is the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro. So for this specific setup at a 4% PIR, it was basically 276 mils of product, and how much? I think it was close to 300 mils of water. Anyways, don't quote me on that. I have the calculations in my phone already, but you guys will have to adapt that. So you're using quite a bit of this in your pressure washer. And in the other foam cannon for the other half of the vehicle, we'll be using the Koshemi GSF gentle snow foam. So this is a 1:10 dilution ratio. So 1 ounce of product for 10 ounces of water. So basically in this, I have 20 ounces of water and 2 ounces of the gentle snow foam for that 1:10 dilution ratio. And yeah, so we're going to compare the cleaning power of both. So let's start right away. Let's dig right into it. Oh yeah, first of all, let's check the initial dirt level of the vehicle. So let me give you an idea. All right, so as you can see, once again, it is quite dirty. Of course, common sense, if your vehicle is covered in a thick layer of mud, guys, you're going to want to pre-rinse first, right? But in this case, we're going to be applying the snow foam on dry paint. Again, you can apply it on dry or pre-rinse first. There's many schools of thought on that. I have a video, by the way, is pre-rinsing necessary, or if dry foaming is better, go check that out. But yeah, as you can see, lots of road grime, calcium, road salts, and all that stuff. So this is by no means a clean vehicle currently. God, I hate winter. So even those fender wells, the inner arches, as you can tell, pretty dirty. So let's go have a look now on the other side. So the same thing here. Very, very dirty. Thankfully, spring is knocking on our door because I absolutely hate winter. And again, so both sides are pretty much the same. Road grime, calcium, road salts, a bunch of dirt, a bit of road mud as well. Look at that inside the intakes there. Whew. Yeah, it's gonna need a nice clean. So I thought I'd share this video with you guys. For anyone who thinks that a snow foam pre-wash is not necessary, you're going to see what a difference it can make, especially if you get snow foams that actually have cleaning capabilities. So it's just going to make the surface a lot cleaner before you go ahead and do your contact wash. So again, always minimizing the possibilities of having swirls or scratches. All right, so let's start with this guy here. So this is the MJJC Foam Cannon Pro. Inside there, we have the built amber touchless snow foam at a 4% PIR, which is the typical dilution ratio for this specific snow foam. So we're going to cover half of the vehicle with this one. We're going to cover the other half with a gentle snow foam. We're going to let these snow foams dwell a few minutes, never let those dry on the surface. And we're going to rinse off, and we're going to see what actual cleaning there is on one side versus the other. All right. So let's disconnect this one. And now let's take my other foam cannon. So this is the MTM foam cannon. And in here we have a 1:10 dilution of the GSF from Koshemi, so the neutral. We are going to let those dwell now for a few minutes. Never let your snow foams dry on the surface, by the way. I work in a controlled environment here in my garage, 40 to 45% humidity and 20 degrees Celsius or 68 degrees Fahrenheit, which is my preferred temperature. Now we can already tell on this side, look at that, we're going to get to that in a second. So you can see the level of foam here that is actually working. And you don't want snow foam to cling too much to the surface because you want it to be encapsulating, lifting, pulling the dirt off, and gradually bringing it down, right? And have a look at this. Look at all the dirt that's being pulled on this side. And again, this is the side with the built amber touchless. Look at all that dirt and grime that is in there. Hopefully it translates well on camera, but I think it is quite obvious. And so this is the level of foam you can expect. Of course, the level of foam depends on many factors, what type of pressure washer, so how many gallons per minute of output. The higher GPM, the better, the more foam you're getting. The water quality, I'm using a water deionizer with no minerals in it, so obviously more foam and more suds. What type of foam cannon you're using, what type of snow foam, and also what dilution ratio of your snow foam. So you have to adjust a bunch of parameters, play around, have fun. So on this side, we can tell that, yeah, the GSF is also pulling some dirt down. Not quite as much from what I can tell here on the touchless side, but we're going to have a better idea once we rinse the panel down, see what actual cleaning of the panels it did. But here you can see this one too, slowly but gradually is bringing all the dirt down. So this is going to be an interesting little comparison and little experiment. All right, guys, so it's been roughly 5 minutes. We're going to go ahead and rinse both sides, and we're going to compare the level of dirt on each side. So let's rinse this half first. All right, so this side is done. Keep in mind, we didn't do the contact wash yet, but we're already restoring some of the hydrophobic properties because of the cleaning power of the snow foam. Let's have a look now on the pH neutral side, what kind of cleaning this has done. All right, I don't know if you noticed, but on this side, the water clings a little more. So this is normal because there's still grime and traffic film, but it doesn't sheet as quickly as on the other side that had a bit more cleaning power. So as I'm flooding the panel, there we go. And now the sheeting is done. Let's have a look at the sheeting on the other side. This will be obviously fully restored when we're going to do the contact wash with something like CarPro Reset to remove that traffic film and the clogged pores of the coating. Now notice on this side, there we go, how much quicker already that sheeting is, even though there's still probably a bit of dirt on there. Let's dry the vehicle now and have a look at the level of dirt that is still present. So that's going to give us an idea of what the pre-wash stage actually did. Let me put my earmuffs. So let's quickly dry this up. All right, guys, so we did a quick drying of the vehicle, but there is no doubt in my mind you will see the difference in the level of cleaning power from one snow foam to another. So on this side, using the higher pH built Hamber touchless snow foam, you're going to see that there is definitely much more cleaning duty. So don't get me wrong, of course, there is still some dirt. You're always going to need to follow up with a contact wash. But look how much cleaning this has done. I mean, the panels now here are almost fully clean. Look at that. There's little to no dirt left on there. Just look at that. So yeah, you still have a little bit here. But this is much cleaner. Let's have a look here. So yeah, see a little bit of dirt there left. But this is just the pre-wash stage. So we're removing a lot of the dirt and junk. Have a look here. So let's give you an overall perspective. So from a few feet away. Now let's go to the other side with the pH neutral snow foam, which those we use more for lubricating the surface during the contact wash. So yeah, there's still some dirt on this side. So I don't know if it translates on camera, but visually, see, you can tell how much more cloudy this is. That's because there's a lot more surface dirt compared to the side with, there we go. See that? That film? We didn't have that as much on the other side. Look at this. Yeah, see? See the difference? So there's still that level of dirt. Yeah, I think from what I'm seeing on the screen, even on camera, you can tell just how much dirtier the surface is. So you see that? Even the wheels, you see how cloudier they look? How chalkier? Yeah, definitely more dirty than on the other side. Look at that. Way more dirt left here. Look at the wings. The rear bumper. So yeah, there's that film there of dirt that is still there. So I think you can see, even if we pull back, that cloudiness that I'm talking about. And again, this layer of film that you can see. And if we go back to the other side, see how it doesn't have that here? So yeah, it's still dirty, but there's a lot less of it. Even the plastic trim, look how darker this looks. So look at this here. If I do the same, see how you can't tell much of a difference? That's because there's way less dirt on this side. And look how darker the rims look and cleaner compared to the other side, because there's not as much dirt. It's not as cloudy or as chalky white. But clearly, once again, I think we can tell. So the higher pH, look how much cleaner. Look around the wheel arches. Look at the plastics, the paintwork. Pretty sizable difference. So if there's any doubters, share this video with them. Experiment yourselves too, guys. This is fun to do. This is the pH neutral side. So definitely look at all that film that we see. That chalky white stuff. And I saw it on the ground as well. On the built hammer side, higher pH, it pulled a lot. Look here. See all that film? There's way more dirt. You can see that rest of the film as well near the back. So yeah, what do you guys think? Let me know. Drop a comment in the comment section. All right, so what we're gonna do now is take a microfiber towel, lighten color, and just a rinseless solution here. I'm gonna spray a bit of the rinseless, 3 different spots on the vehicle so we can see the level of dirt that's left on the microfiber towel. So this is going to act as a lubricant. So we're gonna spray of it here and do 1 wipe. We're gonna spray a little bit here on the lower rocker panel and do a swipe. And we're going to spray here on the rear bumper. So this is the level of dirt on the higher pH side. We're going to repeat the same thing with a microfiber towel on the pH neutral side. So we'll spray some here and do a wipe there. Spray some on this rear quarter, do a swipe there, then do one on the bumper, and do a swipe here. So I don't know how obvious this is going to be or not, but here it's more uniform. See, not much dirt on there, at least not heavier dirt. Whereas here we can clearly see the bigger levels of dirt. So yeah, I see that brown stuff. We don't get that on the other one. So see how clear this one looks, how uniform the yellow stays yellow. Obviously it's just a bit darker because of the liquid. But on this one, we can clearly see there's a lot more dirt. So very conclusive. Yeah, here we can see it even more. So here, just damp, humid, a bit of dirt from what I can tell. So let's swipe this all on one side so you can see that. So see, the billet hamber higher pH side. And if we do the same, sorry, the other side, so we can mat down the fibers. Again, here we can see on the pH neutral side, all that brownish dirt. I'm hoping all of this translates to camera, but visually, the inspection on the paintwork is pretty obvious. I know for all of you who have tried these snow foams, you notice the same billet hamber is a killer. The auto foam, by the way, took first place in my 2022 Car Detailing Products Awards video for Snow Foam of the Year. So this for spring, summer, and fall is fantastic. If you live in a climate like we have here in Montreal, Canada, with harsh weather and road film and all kinds of salts used on the roads during the winter, touchless is the appropriate one. But regardless which one you get of these two, CarPro Lift is another good one. I think this one, if I remember correctly, is pH 11. But again, see here, high pH active surface foaming agent, another perfect one for ceramic coatings. I wouldn't recommend using these often on regular sealants or waxes because they are higher pH and they will degrade or start weakening your protection. And you don't need this every single weekly wash as well for maintenance, because this is a bit overkill. That's more to remove the road salts, the grime, the heavier traffic film, and start doing some deeper cleaning if it's been a long time. For your regular weekly washes, you can stick to the stuff like Gentle Snow Foam, pH neutral, the Adams Mega Foam, which is another pH neutral snow foam, or regardless which one you pick for weekly washes, this is more than enough. Because again, I reiterate, when we're doing our regular maintenance washes, we want just a neutral snow foam, because what we're doing is we're lubricating the surface, preparing it for the contact wash to minimize swirls and scratches, so it acts as a buffer. And then when you want to do deeper cleaning, as you saw in the video, that's when you go for the alkaline level snow foams, so the higher pHs, anything between pH 10 and 13 typically is what you'll find in these snow foams. And yeah, I think Koshemi has another one that I like a lot. Is it this one here? The active foam. Yes, there we go. So this one is another good one for those of you who like Koshemi. This is a pH 9.5, so not quite as strong as the other two, but again, that higher cleaning potential if you want to bump up the cleaning power up a notch and get that. So let's stand back and look. As you can tell on this side, the billet hamber side with the higher pH, it is much cleaner, ready for the contact wash. Will remove much of that dirt, grime, and traffic film. And on the pH neutral side, oh yeah, as it's getting drier and drier, we can see those cloudy patches and that still film of dirt that's on there. So it still did a good job of lifting and encapsulating a bit of that loose dirt, but not as much attacking the current grime on the surface. So yeah, for weekly washes, it's fine. If you want a deeper wash, definitely go for the higher pH snow foam. So again, I'll remind you that all of these products and tools will be linked in the description under the video for you guys to check those out. I hope you enjoyed this. If you want to support the channel, smash the thumbs up button. That really helps the algorithm. Also, share this video with family and friends or anybody who doubts that a good snow foam for the pre-wash stage might not be useful. So some people still think that it's not necessary. For me, it is important. I always do a pre-wash stage or a pre-treat, as you'll see in other videos, but something to the paint before we do the contact wash, and this really helps with minimizing swirls and scratches. And while my car now is close to 2 years in April that I bought it, and there are 0 swirls and scratches because I use proper washing and drying methods. So guys, thanks for being there, thanks for watching, and in the meantime, don't forget, keep it tight, keep it clean, and I'll see you on the next one.